Well, welcome back to the broadcast. With all of the drama over Ebola in the last few weeks, we didn't want to lose sight of the other major illness that plagues us every single year. It's the flu, and if you haven't gotten your flu shot, what are you waiting for? I got mine 2 weeks ago on Take Charge Parenting. And Dr. Bradley Jones from Baylor is here to give us our shots, well, their shots, and to tell us more about the flu this year. And of course, what we're hearing is it's going to be a bad one.
Yeah, we never know for sure, but you know, every year we have 15 to 20,000 Americans die from the flu. You know, we're worried about Ebola. We've had no American citizens die from Ebola yet. But we had 20,000 Americans die from the flu last year alone.
And we've already had deaths so far this year, right? Over 100 kids.
It's already starting. I've had my first case in the clinic last week, and a very sick patient. So it's out there, and you know, the flu shot's not perfect, but it gives you 80, 90% protection, which is pretty good.
So are these girls going to get the trivalent or the quadrivalent?
They're getting the quadrivalent, which means they have
four. Explain what those are.
So quadrivalent means they have 4 different strains that are be covered. Okay, so there's 4 strains floating out there that we're going to protect you against. Now, if there's some new strain that pops up, sorry, you know, we don't have that. That's why it's not a perfect vaccine. The flu vaccine, the flu virus mutates on us, and so every year, you know, we have to do the best we can to estimate what it's going to be. We base it off of Australia.
What did you give me last year? Because whatever it was, it worked.
It was quadrivalent last year.
And Dr. Bradley, if you do get the flu shot, and let's say there's another strain that you happen to contract, isn't it true that maybe your symptoms might be a little
That's exactly right. You know, every year you get it, you build up more and more immunity, and you're right, the symptoms will be less. So people who get the flu shot and still get the flu, they're a lot less sick than the people who don't get anything at all. And the myth that it gives you the flu, it's not true. You cannot get the flu from a dead flu virus any more than you get from grabbing this cup of coffee.
Well, let's start shooting these girls up.
She's the new girl.
Let's get the needle out.
So
let's
we
get it
want
going.
her here. Let's move
well,
her
of
hair.
course,
She'll be fine.
It's that little poke. It's relatively painless.
You wore the perfect dress.
It's very painless.
There you go. And it's so important because, like you said, I mean, tens of thousands of people die from.
Relax.
No.
Dr. Bradley just gave Megan the chill.
You can do it.
This is only my second flu shot. Just look at us.
Okay, she's looking at me like, please save me.
Relax.
Be still.
Relax.
Be still. No, don't.
Hold still.
Oh,
You survived.
See, it's done.
You're done.
And you survived.
faces. Oh my God, are you okay?
You
Who's next?
survived.
You're next. I'll reach across.
Okay, here we go.
See, it wasn't that bad. Well, tell all our viewers it was not that bad.
You might just
It's not that bad.
grab the back of that arm right there. Yeah, that part.
It's a lot better than being in
Getting
bed
the
with
flu.
the
Well,
Yes, the flu for 2 weeks and not being able to get
You guys know I've talked about vaccines and stuff here, but this is the one vaccine I do not miss every single year because I had the flu about 15 years ago. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die.
I'm next
walk
off.
around
You want
you.
to come over here?
Oh, jeez. Have you guys ever had like the flu?
Yes,
It's
I have,
horrible.
and I've never had a bad reaction from a flu shot.
Right.
So I feel
Oh, do you
like
need to hold my hand? Hold my hand, girl.
And I'm like,
hold my hoops.
Relax.
I mean, I have no problem with needles when it's Botox.
Done.
Okay.
You got a little bit of
Botox
bleeding.
hurts way more than the flu shot.
Whatever you do, do not let blood get on this
I
dress.
will not let that go. I
Because
promise.
Tootsies would be mad.
We'll get a little Band-Aid on you.
Oh, we got a bleeder.
We've got a bleeder.
That's right. We need a little.
A little vein, no big deal.
We're going to get you guys Band-Aids like big girls.
Yes. Do we get a lollipop?
There you
And how long before the protection sort of kicks in?
It starts kicking in right away, but you don't get the full protection for probably 4 to 8 weeks.
Got it.
So that's why the earlier the better, honestly. The whole thing about getting it too early, that's also a myth. There is no
Right.
such thing as getting it too early.
And we're just like right at the beginning of flu season,
Right.
Better to get it before you're then everybody's out and you're waiting on it.
Right,
this is
right,
what
exactly.
normally
The
happens.
sooner the better, is all I
Doctor, can
say.
you just go over quickly like the symptoms? So Scott was just sick. He had, you know, stuffy nose.
He had Ebola.
He didn't really have much of a fever, but he felt very sick. That probably wasn't the flu.
Right, to be the true flu, you should have something like 100 and over 100 degree temperature, usually 100, 200, 103, 104. My son had 104 one time.
Wow.
He got it in
Scary.
July before the vaccine came out. And you feel like you got run over by a truck. You have muscle aches all over. People often think they get the flu shot, they get a cold. Like, it didn't
Right.
work, I got a cold. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
The flu is a cold on steroids.
It comes on quick, right?
Yeah.
And
I
you
mean-
don't have to have the fever with it.
You don't have to, but most people have high
And
fever.
it comes
I
on
mean,
like, it's not like you start
Ton of
getting a
bricks.
runny nose. It's like boom.
And this isn't protecting you against strep throat or
right.
any
or
of the
pneumonia,
common
you know,
colds.
anything else. Or a cold. It doesn't protect you against a cold virus.
Sinus
Just the
infections,
flu.
nothing.
Just the flu. But the flu is, if you've never had the flu, it
It's
is
bad.
nothing like a cold. It is, 10 times worse.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get out of bed. You're just
All
laying
right,
there
you guys.
paralyzed.
Listen, I
thank you
can't
for
say it
keeping
enough.
us
Go
out of
get
bed.
your flu shot today. And we've got resources on our website so you can find the closest flu shot clinic to you. Just go to thebroadcasttv.com. All right, the theme in the kitchen today is transforming an old trusty faithful and turning it into something